Huge announcements for Flesh and Blood. We got 4 big events called The Calling, essentially a Grand Prix or a Magic Fest for Flesh and Blood, from Vegas all the way to Orlando, Florida. We got US Nationals, tens of thousands of dollars on the line. This is huge for Flesh and Blood and could potentially be a make it or break it call for the game. Steven with Magic Metal Money. Usually we're talking about Magic the Gathering, but this is definitely a big enough announcement that we can talk about Flesh and Blood, which I throw in the channel once in a while. If you're new here, we usually talk about Magic and finance. It's a lot of fun. Hit subscribe, join the Wolf Pack. It's a great time. No matter how you enjoy playing Flesh and Blood, this is going to be an event for you. They've got Constructed, they've got Limited, with both Sealed and Draft. They've got a main event if you're trying to hit the Pro Tour and qualify. Each event is giving out 8 invites to the Pro Tour. They also are giving away these sick, cold, legendary foils. It's just going to be a really epic event, and then plenty of side events as well. All of these are going to be streamed on Twitch, starting with Las Vegas, September 10th through the 12th. That one's going to be the first chance you get to play the new set of Kingdoms. The limited events are going to be with first edition products, which is really, really cool. And let's see, we got the other ones. Dallas at Fort Worth, October 15th through the 17th. Cincinnati, October 22nd through the 24th. And lastly, we have Orlando, November 5th through the 7th. Remember the 5th of November, of course. And that's going to be also where we have the US Nationals that same weekend in the same location in Orlando. That's going to have a $50,000 prize pool. More details on the actual format and tournament to come later down the road. Those aren't released yet. This is huge. Now that we got the details out of the way as to where and when and what, this is really, really important for Flesh and Blood. The idea of having organized play is essential for a game to really take off, right? Like, it's funny because you have something like the biggest card games in the world. You have Magic the Gathering, where everyone plays it. And then you have Pokemon, where everyone collects it, and no one really plays it. So Pokemon doesn't need like a much organized play, but Flesh and Blood, it's all about play. I mean, the way the product is designed is to have, yes, collectible first editions, fancy pants cards, and then the game is really accessible with all the unlimited reprintings of these sets. The game is meant to be played. It's for the players. Really cool design the way they're doing that, and organized play is huge. It's important for marketing purposes, first of all, as we're all tuning in, watching the game, learning more about it, that it gets us excited about a new set, wanting to go and open the product, request that our local game stores start carrying their product. It really, really helps drive the demand of the game. It's really important. You provide this entertaining product, this entertainment, and then it gets people to drive and want to actually buy the product itself. A second reason why organized play is so important for a game is because it does provide motivation and excitement for the players. It gives you a reason to want to play the deck and really get into the game and get better at the game. It provides that excitement and that purpose. Like, you have a bigger game to play than just playing with your friends, kitchen table fab, or just playing at your LGS with a few people. It gets you a chance to actually get exposure to people who are better at the game, to have conversations and to really drive yourself to try to achieve something better and go hard and like become great at something. Right? The organized play is really important for that reason. And as well, if you're spending lots of money on your game, on your hobby, it's nice to have a chance to use your skill and investment of time and energy and money and have a chance to make some money and spike a tournament and do well and get some prize money. That's all a very excitement, and that's really, really important for the health of a game to last long term, which right now is the biggest question mark about Flesh and Blood. It's a well-funded company. It's set up to succeed, hopefully, for at least a few years, but most people who are buying Flesh and Blood, we want this game to be around a lot longer than a few years. Everyone wants this game to be successful and a huge hit, and organized play is absolutely critical to that. A third reason why organized play is so important for a game is because it provides player commitment, right? It gets players much more invested in saying, hey, I as a player, yes, I had fun playing this game, but I have a bigger mission. And now I have a bigger goal, and so I'm committed to this game. I'm going to continue to invest deeper and more and longer into this game to get better and better at it. This is all critical and really, really exciting for the game. And if you have interest in Flesh and Blood and you're close to these locations, like, what a great opportunity. We're finally able to get back together, at least in the US and other parts of the world. We're able to play and socialize and get together again. And now there's an opportunity to start out this new game and go to this fun, new, exciting event with your friends and meet new people. I'm sure they're going to have cosplay there, and it's just going to be a big event. And that's exciting. People are going to be excited. New people are going to be willing to try this game more and more leading up to these events over the next 3 months, leading into Q4 as we roll into the call-in events. This is a really important announcement for the game. I can't emphasize this enough. It's a huge milestone. What an opportunity to grow as a game and as a company. Excited for Legend Story Studios, and I hope these events go really well.